Hello YouTube, it's BirdoPrey5 again, and I am still trying out this live streaming game. Today I've done it unlisted, so give me just a minute to go try and get a couple of people here just to test out the chat system to see if I can see and respond to YouTube chats as the game. Oh, really? The chat window goes away? What the hell is the point of that then? I thought it would overview on the game. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I think you'll still hear me talking, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you're seeing the map of the game or exactly what is on your screen right now. Maybe my Bird of Prey 5 graphic. But okay, anyway, I'm going to drop a message on Anti-Tricker's Discord. And I am coming back to the game. So I'm now back in the game. I'm kind of curious what you guys saw for the last minute and a half. Let me try and... Okay, so this is Donut Island, which I named after I ended the last video. In fact, unfortunately, I did go back and make some changes after I ended the last video, so I will go through them again before I start on this one to get you guys all caught up. But let me try and get the YouTube chat up. Okay, so I do see that the chat does come up. I can see a test message I posted from YouTube. Why isn't it shaped more like a donut, says Ethan. Oh, okay, visibility. In-game, in-stream recording, yes. Yes, I want it both in the game and in the recording. Well, actually, do I need it in the recording? Because, yeah, we'll keep it in the recording. What the hell? So, back to game. Perfect. Now, if I can just... Can I shrink this? Oh, I probably wanted to do that before I closed the... yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, I can put it somewhere it's not going to bother anything on the screen. And, cool. So we are back to the game, and I see at least Zethon is here. He's asking, why doesn't it look more like a donut? I know, it's kind of a square donut. I was going to call it Scronut Island, but I figured nobody would know what the hell I was talking about, so I'm calling it Donut Island. Yeah, last time this had no water in the middle, and I figured, you know, it'd be nice to have a lake on this island, so I added a water source to the center here. That will make it good. We could actually pull water from this lake and it'll be replenished if we want to use it. For the city, or this could be a recreational area, whatever, but it's nice to have a water source. Now Zethan has asked, is this a donut that Homer Simpson would eat? Yes, he would eat any donut because he doesn't care. Will the water source make the lake flood the land? No. If you'll notice, when you highlight the water source, it shows you what's highlighted in white is the level the water will rise to. So I have this water source set to only rise, right to the edge of the lake. It is possible to put down a water source higher than the lake, in which case, yes, it would flood. And in fact, we're going to be doing that next, more or less. Because what I was realizing, the other things I put down, just so that you guys are aware of it, because it's quite important for maps like this, like I learned the hard way. These yellow lines are ship, like cargo ship and cruise ship paths. Now, I had to put the path around the entire island. Otherwise, if I tried to, say, put a cargo hub over here on this part of the island, it wouldn't work. Because, like a cargo hub, the game tries to connect to the closest path. And if the cargo hub was here, and the closest path was here, it would literally try to connect over the ground, and it would give me a red error saying can't build here. So as long as you run that path through the stream, up your stream or around, however you do it. Now if I put a cargo, a cargo area here, a cargo port, it will try to connect to right here, which would be the closest point, and that would be fine. So that would work. So you want to make sure when you go ahead and you lay down your shipping lines, you make sure like the whole map is accessible. You don't want to have to go through another piece of land to get to them. I learned that the hard way when I did my first map, and I only did a shipping lane in the ocean, and I couldn't put any cruise ship terminals or cargo ports upriver, which really limited the ability to export freight. Now the purple lines are the aircraft, the airplane lines. That's where they'll fly. To be honest, that seems to be far less important since the planes don't really matter. Unlike SimCity, the planes don't crash. That's not a possible disaster. So there's really, planes can actually fly over anything. You could put a super high building right next to the end of a runway, which, although it's completely unrealistic, works just fine in the game. That is one of the things that annoy me a little. I would have wished they cared about building height near an airport, but whatever. So I just kind of crisscross the airlines to get 4 different, one side of the map at least has, because you're allowed a maximum of 4 connections for boat, for airplane, for rail, and for highway. So when possible, I try to put a connection on each side of the map. So for the airline, I more or less crisscrossed it here. And then for whatever reason, I really don't know even why, I went ahead and did like a triangle over here, just in case I wanted to put an airport in this area. It just seemed like better off to have. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could put an airport anywhere, and the plane will fly to the closest air route. So I really don't know why I did it, but I just wanted to do it. And then I did the highways. That was the other thing I did off camera. I connected all the highways. I have a 3-way intersection here. I brought a bridge across to the island. I actually made this the starting tile. If you go to the map, you can choose which is the start tile. It's usually the center square, but I went ahead and made it that square because that's going to be where we're going to start the city. I also laid down rail lines. They basically come in near where the bridges do. So we got one bridge here, one bridge here, another rail line here, and on this one I left the highway not connected to the main map. I figure at some point we'll bring it across, but we'll do that in game. I probably should bring the rail to here too. This way we can manipulate it inside the game without having to resort on mods. Zethan says, can you make sure to have 2 source railroads? I hate maps that have only one. 2 completely independent rail sources? Because I mean, this has a rail connection. This has the maximum of 4 external rail connections. I always go to the max because I figured why not. We got one over here, and I believe 2 over here, 1 up here, and 1 further down. So we've got the four rail connections there. I know some people want completely independent railroad. I'm not sure I agree with that philosophy, although I have seen in my first map that poor railroad planning, and you can have a backup on the rail lines as bad, if not worse, than anything you've seen on your streets. And then like entire trains just disappear because they can't move anywhere, and after, I don't know, 5 minutes or so they just despawn. Otherwise the track would be in constant gridlock. But I think once they despawn, you kind of lose any cargo or whatever that was being imported or exported through that train. So okay. Let's bring this out here. Now we do that so that the trains can connect from either way, because a train can't make a 90-degree turn. And I'll go ahead and bring this train to the ground. Even though I'll probably make a bridge again before it connects to the island. But the main thing, concern I had looking at this map, and I was almost ready to go live with it and start building a city, but I started thinking about the water situation, and particularly the sewage situation. And the problem here is that we have ocean, but no water sources anywhere on the map except for in this lake, which it won't affect anything. Without currents, sewage tends to just build up on the shore, and it takes a really long time for it to dissipate, and it might never flow away if you don't upgrade the sewage system to clean water. So what I want to do is actually have fresh water flowing into the city, into the streams or the rivers, whatever you want to call them here. This way that there's a constant flow of water around the donut island, and that will go ahead and push any sewage frankly out into the ocean, kind of dilute it and dissipate it. And I think that will be a big help compared to just letting it sit stagnant along the shore, because without a water source there's really just not going to be any, the water's not going to have any natural current to it. So my thought is, I kind of had this volcano looking thing. I was thinking of flooding it and then bringing a small river down to this area so that the water would flow in here, and I would assume some of it would naturally go in each direction, and just keep a constant, not a strong, but a constant stream of water away from this section. Now I'm a little concerned that I will destroy the map trying to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick save, just in case. We'll save over Donut Island. I don't know if I've got to do this each time, but just in case I end up ruining the map, we've got it back up. Now I probably should have done this before I did the highways and the railroads. Now at least the railroads are on, I have them lifted, so I have no problem putting a river through it. I mean, that won't be a problem. The highway though will be a problem, so when we get to that point I'm going to have to delete the section of highway. Qapla Kronos, welcome. I hope this isn't too boring for you. This is City Skylines. It's a SimCity-like game, and I am just trying to build a map here, and this is going to be one of the more complicated sections. I'm gonna build a mountain lake that's going to overflow into this river system, so we have a constant flow of water. Okay, so what do I need to do? Well, let's expand the terrain. No, not height. The brush size. Let's expand this back. Oh, it's kind of like losing some of that beautiful volcano look I had to it, but okay, so now we're going to go ahead and lower the height. We're going to make like a pool in this mountain. Man, that doesn't look too bad. This is a little too smooth over here for my tastes. Maybe I can do something. I can. Okay, so now I need to place... Okay, Kronos never played it, but loved SimCity back in the day. Well, if you love SimCity, you'll like this. Is this where I dump the bodies? Yeah, no, that wouldn't be a bad place if I could find a mountain retreat like this. Okay, so we're gonna make some really big water sources. And let's see, yeah, that gets the water nice and high. And just to zoom out, okay, but it's all within this, so that's fine. It's gonna take a long time to fill. Let's make a few water sources to speed things along a little. Okay. Now I need to ever so slightly, let's see, what's gonna be our river path? Let's work backwards here. Okay, I need a good sized river. We don't want, there we go. That green dot is a animal spawn point I created, so I don't want wild animals spawning in the middle of a river. Okay. Now you see the railroad is fine because I already had it on a bridge. It automatically adjusted to what it needed to. Okay, so now we're coming down the mountain. So we need to bring the terrain height up a little. So that will be almost a small waterfall there. It's the height 96, so we'll cut it down to like 50. No. What was this height? 20. Oh wow, that's a steep. No, we don't want 20. We wanted it 50. God damn it. Okay, now this is gonna be where it gets really tough. We need to well, this looks like the most narrow spot. So let's go ahead and cut out a spot right around here. Zoom in. Chrono said, I never said that. Never played it but loved SimCity back in the day. Is that where you dumped the oh, you never said that? Okay, well. I never said it either then, Chronos. I gotcha. Yeah, the demolition sounds. I mean, to be honest, this game is pretty much a rip-off of SimCity. When I do get to playing it, I mean, even the colors they use for residential, commercial, and industrial are the same. Green for residential, and blue for commercial, and yellow for industrial. So it's like, you know, who are you kidding? Nobody really. That this game was always intended to be a SimCity ripoff. And to be honest, I think that's just fine because, to be honest, SimCity just never delivered like it was supposed to. Okay, and we're gonna speed up time here to the fastest level to get this water to fill up. And let's see what happens. I'm wondering that this probably is not going to be a big enough hole. Let's expand it because we actually made a pretty wide river there, and we're going to need a decent amount of water coming over this to fill it. We could cheat. We could cheat just a little. Okay, so you see, the water is already coming in from the ocean. But let's go ahead and put a water source down here. No, that is too high. Because you see, in fact, I've got to... That would flood the entire island, the entire land. So how? We need to figure out a way to get this water source below Yeah, okay, I don't think we can do it now. The water's already come in. And it's already flooding, but that's that's just because of the physics of the game. It will stop flooding once it reaches some balance. Kind of ridiculous that they have these physics in the map editor. I totally understand it in the game, but I mean, the map editor doesn't need to have responses to changes. Okay, do we have any water flowing over yet? No. How far are we? Man, we're still a ways. Oh man, look at this. This is actually... Huh. Now is this where I cut it out? No, it's not. So, man, I'm gonna get a rude away. Oh, god damn it! I clicked on a water source by mistake. It looks like I was about to get a rude awakening because this water. Good thing nobody's living here yet. Good thing nobody's living here yet. Because this water is about to go over the wrong section. This is going to go over here. So if it goes over there, it's going to come down. Okay, so what I need to do is build up. We need to build a wall. I know, but we need to build a great wall to redirect the flood waters that's going to be coming over. Okay, that is too big. Even I think that's too big. Yeah, that's something more like it. But this will redirect the flood waters to here, and that way we can keep the rest of the map from flooding. We'll go ahead and make this a bit thicker, and then we'll smooth it on out some. But yeah, that if the water's gonna come over here, it will go down here and come into this part, and yeah. Okay, water smoothed out again. Let's try and do our water source cheat again. Yeah, if we put a water source here, I bet that does it. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now. Oh, I probably... Let me pause this. I think I need a wall on this side too. We're building walls everywhere today. Trump would be proud. Right into that mountain. Where are we gonna end this? They're gonna end it around here. This is quite the unusual geographical feature, but you know, who knows? Sure, somewhere in the world there's some feature like this. Okay. Damn it, Zethon. Just put the chat in the video. I can't go over and see what you're writing right now. I don't care how embarrassing it is. I'm kidding. Don't put anything too embarrassing. But I'll check it in a little bit when this video is done. But I would like to see the water at least coming over this, to at least have an idea that, man, oh, that is a lot of water. God damn. Okay, I need to... Really? Texting me? Is that you? Yes. You're writing in the chat the video isn't working. Oh my God. I'm not getting anything. Did the video die? Have I been talking to myself? Can you still hear me? Okay, well now the map is flooding. I don't understand city skylines. Five by 5? Jesus, where did all these texts come from? Yes, we can hear you and see you. Well, you can't see me because there's no camera. But messages we are sending are not showing up in the window. Huh. Let me see what's going on. Oh wait, it's showing my head now because I'm probably out of the game. I was writing comments to the YouTube page, but you weren't seeing them. This is weird. This is weird. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to the game. Let me bring up the YouTube thing. Oh, maybe maybe it got to the end and I stopped scrolling down? Is that possible? Okay, I'm seeing comments again, and yes, that's what the problem is. I have no way to scroll down on these comments once. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, let's see. Now, did the screen go gray, or was that something else from an old message? Kronos says Qapla. Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, there's no camera. Okay, I don't understand what you guys mean that there's no more gameplay. Like, what are you seeing right now? Are you... No, well, sort of, yes. My sister's on her way. Like, right now, what are you guys seeing? Please, if you wouldn't mind indulging me. This is... You know what, I should bring it up on the television. Then I could see, but it would take me longer to do that than I think... and I think it's worth, but... Okay, is anyone still here is the question. Okay, Kronos is at the moment I can see the game and hear you fine. Perfect. Damn it, Zethon. Perfect. Okay. So Zethon sent me a picture. Instead of just saying that he could see me and everything was fine for some reason. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the map editing. Although I really only have a few minutes left. We will see if we can get this map finished off so that next time we can go ahead and play it. God damn it, it's not broken again. Okay, back to... now I'm not going to be able to type. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to see your latest comments. Because this stupid thing, it doesn't follow the... you would think it would just scroll down automatically. But it doesn't. And I don't have any way of scrolling down inside the game. Okay guys, I'm going back to the game here. Back to game. Okay, and in all this time the water did not start coming over because it's going out the back. Great, I should have thought about that. Okay, let's fill this in. We'll give the water a chance to come forward. Come on, water. Come on over the edge somewhere. We still gotta help it. We gotta help the water come on down. Okay. See, even though it's not great, it's something. Okay, now that's certainly not good. There we go. There we go. We've got our waterfall. We've dammed the area, flooded it very well, and wow, look at this water. And holy shit, we are flooding the map. Okay, well, I was a little afraid of this. I've got to go ahead and I've got to take the terrain at 0. The 0 level terrain, and I've got to go all the way up through this thing. Oh, there. See, make a little mistake. Anyway, I got to make this nice and wide so that the water can flow through without going over the edges. Okay, that seems to have reduced the water coming over the edges here, though not quite eliminated it. What are we gonna do about that? This is just too much water. God damn it. Okay, well, let's see. We have, I suppose I could bring comments up on my tablet when I do the game next time. This way I don't have to worry about overgame inlays. That's probably the best idea yet. So you know what? That we will do next time. But for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this water source down here. And let's see, because we do have water coming over the top now. That should be more than enough to stop the water from overflowing onto this map. And then I will have to fix the highway system. But man, it's too bad, because that really would have given a significant current to keep the water clear and clean. But man, this water is... Okay, now you see this is more of like a babbling brook than a ferocious river now. Which is just fine with me. This little area of water will evaporate on its own. Yeah. This is much more. Maybe we got some rapids over here. But, okay, this is much more tame. A little concerned seeing these waves of water heading out to the island. I will assume they will. I'm going to assume that's not going to just come over the entire island. Okay, while we're waiting for that, let me check on new comments, if any. Kronos is testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, testing at 133. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. But okay, so for the most part, I've got it figured out. Next time, I will do comments on my tablet, and we should be good. The game stream, does it look pretty clear to you guys? I am streaming in 1080p, or at least it should be. Like, can you read the text above here? It says place water source, and it says use the primary mouse button to place, the secondary mouse button to remove, use the handle to adjust the water level. I assume this is the handle, although that's not really level, that's capacity. Okay, cool. Chrono says it looks clear to him. So now, for some reason, the comments are scrolling. That's cool. Thank you, Kronos. Okay, while we wait for that to die down, I also did, I placed on the map a few places last time, just some decorations, like I put some rocks over here, and I didn't get too crazy with the decorations. I put some caves on what I'm going to call the north side of the island. I don't know if we can see. Okay, here's one. It's a subterranean cave. It goes down deep. And I think there was another one, yeah. Another cave over here, or a butte or something. Yeah, there's a cave in there. Just some decorations, some boulders. I put one in the water over here. And I mean, when we're building the city, we can put in some more decorations, because I really don't want to cause a problem, put something down that's going to be in the middle of a highway later. Like I said, these green ovals, circles, these are wild animal spawn points. Like right there, I don't know if you saw it, but it looked to be like a deer running or something. There it is. So, I mean, who cares, right? I mean, that's really not going to matter. Once we start to build the city, they're just going to go away, more or less. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's build a bridge, right? We built enough walls for today. It's time to build a bridge. Now this bridge is gonna be an angled bridge, so that's always fun from an engineering perspective. Okay, highway, 4-lane highway. Okay. We need to raise it. Minimum raise here is 3. I mean, we're not going to be having boat traffic go down this river. At least I don't think we will. But you know what? Let's raise it 4 to be safe. Chrono says animals were never a thing in SimCity. I don't know, Kronos. I thought there was a SimCity. I don't know if it was 4 or what, that I thought there might have been animals on the map. Or I could be completely misremembering. Could be a completely different game. Okay, well, honestly, I don't love this connection here. I'd rather it just be a straight connection if I've got to do it, right? Then, yeah, that's better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now this one has to be on an angle because the other one was. God damn it. It's little things like this are gonna upset me. Look at that, it's coming the wrong way. Okay. Boom. Done. I wish it had a nice bridge look, but that'll do, I guess. And we're gonna call it a day here because I hear my sister, she's here. So Qapla all, thank you for hanging out and helping me test all this. You could have missed a SimCity here or there. I hear you. There were a hell of a lot of them. A hell of a lot. So thanks again all. I'm going to publish this in a little bit later so everybody can see. But next time I think we're going to start the city, and that'll be fun, and I will do that live. So Qapla all. Take care. Oh, please remember to like, subscribe, share, all those good things if you're still there. Qapla.